If you've ever looked for a few seconds at a US coin, you might have noticed a strange phrase on one of the sides. It's the Latin phrase, e pluribus unum, and it's on every coin in US currency. It means out of many, one, or one out of many. But what do the designers of our money mean when they use this Latin phrase? Out of many, one what? The oldest version of money still in existence today. Coins come in all different shapes and sizes, coming from all different cultures. But in the United States, all coins are ring-shaped. Now there are 4 consistent markings across every U.S. minted coin. After E pluribus unum, the United States of America, In God We Trust, and Liberty. In God We Trust, the United States of America, Liberty, and out of many, the chosen one. Now, why are these phrases collectively so important that they are printed on every minted coin without exception? Many people will and do read these statements as an indication that the United States of America is the chosen one out of many, perhaps the chosen nation. While a fair conclusion, this is not the reason that bankers, Federal Reserve Board members, and every other entity that has gone into the design and dissemination of U.S. currency imprinted these phrases. The reason for all this, as strange as it might sound, stems from the planet and ancient god Saturn. One of the earliest stories that we know of ancient Greek mythology was the overthrow of the god Cronus by Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. But because Olympians could not die, Cronus was banished. He eventually found his way to the Roman city, where he was accepted by the Roman god Janus, this time with a new name, Saturn. As a result, Rome experienced a golden age, and a legendary one at that. Tales speak of no doors on any house, simply because there was so much peace that crime never even occurred. It was in the year 429 BC that the Temple of Saturn was built in Rome. The temple stood at the bottom of Capitoline Hill. Its function? The treasury. Today, the Federal Reserve Building in Washington, D.C. sits at the bottom of our own Capitol Hill. And it is for this reason that any time we use United States dollars according to the print upon the very dollars we're using, Saturn is the god that is referred to with the words "In God We Trust." All of the coin and paper currency across the United States has the printed words "In God We Trust," and this is because our money is telling us that it draws its faith from one god, out of many gods, and that god is Saturn. There are other indications on our currency that point to the Saturnian system. For example, on the back of the dollar bill is the Great Seal of the United States, and just above the eagle's head is an arrangement of 13 stars that some have pointed out resembles the 6-pointed Star of David. Though similar, this arrangement is not designed after the Judaic symbol, rather an even more ancient symbol, the Talisman of Saturn. The reason that this 6-pointed figure, or hexagram, is used and associated with Saturn is because one of the poles on the planet distinctly resembles a hexagram. Since prehistoric times, men have known and pointed out the similarities between Saturn and an eye. Maybe, just maybe, it's not just the eagle that is the eye in the sky. And this is perhaps in part why we find an all-seeing eye opposite the eagle on the dollar bill. To recap, Saturn, the god of protection and prosperity, particularly through agriculture, had a temple built on the base of Capitoline Hill to serve as the treasury for Rome. Many sources indicate one of the defining features during this time, the rule of Janus and Saturn, as the development and coinage of money and currency. And ancient coins with Janus's two-face and Saturn survive to this day. Older investors may be familiar with the term Janus as it applies to Janus Fund, a financial group that since 2003 has been renamed. The influence of Saturn is still very much alive and well in today's world. The Greek-turned-Roman god was in prior times referred to as the Lord of the Rings, and this phrase is still very much alive and well in the Western world. The rings of Saturn give us the origins of U.S. traditions like wedding rings, earrings, and the shape to the coins you and I call pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. This Roman god's influence cannot be understated, and we'll explore this in upcoming videos. But for now, stay tuned. Don't forget to check out my channel, Beyond Common Knowledge, and click below to subscribe. It costs you nothing but a click, but it means everything to me and other YouTubers out there.